Does everybody hear me? Yes. Awesome. Okay, so I've got a clicker. I have not used one of these clickers before. So it's just arrow keys? Yes. Awesome. So we are going to talk about social media today. Now, it's one of my greatest loves apart from finance. Now, all of you know the importance... Well, I love bookkeeping. It's something I like numbers. But today I'm here with my other hat is social media. Is it working? Yes? Cutting in and out, no worries. So what are we going to talk about today? There's a whole lot of things, but before we do that, I'd like to do some housekeeping with you. Anyway, the housekeeping is this. Number one, I want you to put away all your notes because I'm going to give you the option to go to my webpage and you can download a free ebook, which is more comprehensive than I have the time to write today. Now, I did have 2 books that I had on my table and one is missing. So ladies, whoever took the other second book, can I ask you very nicely if you can pass that around the tables while I'm having this talk so people can see what they can download. And if you can please send the book back to this table over here. So ladies, the one that's sitting with me, you can grab that book and have a look at it while I'm having a talk so you can see what you're getting from the ebook. So without any more to do, because 25 minutes is not a lot of time and I want to leave some time for questions. Just before I begin too, I forgot about this, is my hashtag. If you can use hashtag WO4conference and hashtag AH, meaning Amanda Hoffmann, meaning aha. I would love for you to share your social media aha moments today. And I have an incentive. If you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, share your aha moment and you will get a half-day workshop with me, one-on-one, for free. I will help you implement everything I'm talking about today from beginning to end. So it's a great incentive and I'd love for you to actually accommodate yourself of that. Okay, so what I want to do is I'd love to do a Facebook Live, if I can get my iPhone getting me. So we're going to do a live video, everybody. So I'd like you to wave to Facebook Live. This is your first introduction to get on it, to break the ice. So if you're fearful of Facebook Live, you've already done it today. Okay, everybody? Ready? I want you to say, I love social media. Ready? Again, we're feeling, guys. Yay! Okay, you have officially been on Facebook Live. You've broken the ice. There's no excuse. You can do it yourself now. Okay, the 4 things we're going to talk about is strategic social media planning and engagement. Why I say strategic is because it needs to be unique to you. That's why it was called Social Media Maverick. A maverick is unique. A maverick does not follow the crowd. And unlike gurus out there and experts who take your money and give you no information, I am in the trenches, I have a small business, and I'm practicing it day to day. So I'm going to give you my 3 years of education, including when I went to the first worldwide conference in 2013 with Michael Stelzner, and he did the Social Media Marketing World Conference. It's the first one of its kind, and I met awesome, very clever people, and I'm going to share some of those tips today. The second one is free analytics. The third is the top 5 social media platforms as per the Census 2015 survey. And the last one is what's going to be a hot trend, not just for 2016, but going forward into 2020. Aussie businesses. I thought there'd be a lot more people doing social media. But Census survey of 2015 says 30% of small business people have a social media presence and 32% of medium. That's a huge gap because 70% of your consumers, as per this survey says, are on social media. So there's a big gap here, guys. Great opportunity that you, by listening to this talk, can gain a competitive edge over everybody else. 93% of the third that's on social media are using Facebook. And half of them, which I think they're big fat dibbers, said they're doing return on that investment, what sort of reaction they're getting from that social media. More statistics. Mad Social did a survey where they found in 2013, 82% of Australians are on social media and they're spending 23.3 hours on average. Just think about that. They're spending a day in a week in time. As Eric Qualman says, we don't have a choice whether we do social media. The question is how well we do it. Random acts of marketing do not work. You might as well go and flush the toilet because that's going to be as effective. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. So why are you procrastinating? What excuses do you have? Because hey, let's be honest, I'm sure a lot of you have plenty of excuses. I don't have the time. I want to spend time with the kids. I don't know what to do. What are your questions? I'm hoping I can answer some of those for you today. So let's go into strategic social media platform or planning. So who is your customer? What are their ages? Are they male or are they female? What are their activities and hobbies? What is their income? Are they blue collar? Are they white collar? Are they mums that stay at home as a career to look after their children? All these factors are really important because without them, you can't work out what their pain points are. How can you entice them and draw them in, encourage them to follow you, watch your posts, know you? If you don't know who they are, they call them your avatar, your ideal customer. But there's no use starting random acts of marketing until you know these answers. So you need to provide solutions to whatever their problems. And this is what I'm saying. Gurus don't give you these points. Every business is unique as your fingerprint. And if you don't understand who your client is, and if you don't know how to reach them, then it doesn't matter. You can spend $5,000 on one of these guys, and it's not going to do you much good. You need to focus on the 3 key marketing messages. I say 3 because you need to be clear. What is it you're trying to achieve? Are you trying to achieve growth? Are you trying to help them have more time with their families? Do you have an awesome product that's going to make their life better? Think about your 3 key points, and that is what you're going to dwell on for everything, whether it be blogging, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Facebook. It doesn't matter. They're what you're focusing on. Decide on one social media platform. You'll hear people tell you do lots. And we all know the story. I tried social media and it sucked. Nothing happened. It was a waste of my time. Maybe they tried to do too many at once. There's an art to social media, and you need to adapt as your audience grows. They will tell you what you need to post. But if you try to do 5 at once, you're basically setting yourself up to be a disaster. Because a lot of you are in the child industry, where you've got products or services, privacy is a big concern. So how you can get around that? Get your audience to show pictures of their kids playing with your product or enjoying your service. If they share it on Facebook, you can share it on your Facebook page. Privacy issue, fixed. Because once it's on the open, it's available for anyone. What is a social media content calendar? It's a fancy word for writing down what you're posting. How can you know what works and what doesn't work if you don't keep track of what you're posting? Make sure you schedule via Facebook. We'll talk about that next. And make sure that you use insights. So what are these free analytics? Well, because 93% on the census survey said everybody's using Facebook, we're going to deal on those. As Chris Brogan, he's a fantastic online mentor of mine, said, you can't fake community and you can't force it either. So what you're trying to do again, and you're going to hear this a lot, you want to engage, entice, and give them a reason to follow you. If you're using a personal profile to market business, stop now. Now, why do I say stop? Because you're actually in breach of Facebook's terms and conditions. Also, you're not taking the benefit of a business page where you're going to get key analytics and insights into what's working with your posts and what's not. You don't get that with your personal profile. I'm not going to go into the details of how to do it. You can Google search how to have your Facebook business page. If you're a lucky winner, I'll help you do it properly. Otherwise, you can go to Facebook and go to help and they'll tell you how to actually sort it out. Tiana, Kids Parties, does a great job. If you look at her page, you can see that there's balloons, there's a kid, she's doing face painting, and in real life, there she is, she's performing in front of the kids. Her Facebook page aligns with what she does with real life, and hers is a great example. When you set up your business page, make sure you follow your clients and your customers. It's very reciprocal. How can you expect your customers to follow you if you don't first follow them? You want to make sure that you set up your Facebook page, your business one, with your website when you're open, how they can find you, your social media links, because how they're going to find you if you don't provide them with the information. And again, Kiana does a good job. It all leads back to her website and she gets good traffic where she gets customers. They book her parties. When I was talking about how do you schedule via Facebook, there's a picture. That's our Aussie Bloggers podcast page. It's only 8 weeks young. And you can see there's a schedule, backdate, or save draft. There's not, I believe, a lot of real analytics here about the algorithms, but I believe there's probably a strong chance that Facebook is going to favour schedule posts from their Facebook rather than using like Hootsuite or Buffer. If you don't know where to find your insights page, the way to go is you go to your business page and then you've got your page, your messages, your notifications, your insights. And it's going to look something like this. If you scroll down, you're going to see this one, pages to watch. Now this is where you don't reinvent the wheel. If you know one of your competitors is really clever with social media, pop their link here. You can watch them. You can see what they're doing right. And then you can, using your 3 messages, share what works. If you see their videos are working well, mimic them. Use videos for your own business. The next point, and we're going to go from, you can see where we're going from the left, there's likes. So you had overview, now we've got likes. This is going to tell you how your likes is going. We had a big spike because that's when we first started with the page. You can then also see if they're organic and paid. You can see ours is light orange. It's because it's organic. We haven't paid for any likes. People have just joined us. Down the bottom, you can see in different colours who reacted by commenting, liking, sharing. Again, go down again. You can see more information on where these people were. You can see whether they did your call to action. Have you got your phone number, your web page, whatever. It will tell you in the insights how effective it is. Then you want to know, well, I want to know more about when these people are online. So again, you can see when the days, for us we're pretty consistent, they're on all the time, but your business might be different, and that's why I'm saying save your money. Don't go to these gurus unless they're teaching you how to get a fingerprint social media plan. If they're just giving you the answers, it's not unique to your business, and you're going to struggle to get it to work properly. It'll work, but not be as effective. Then you can see what types of posts were effective. You can see whether your photo was, whether the film was, whether your text was, whether a quote was. Again, there's no hard and fast rule. It depends on who your customers are as to who actually reacts. That's why you need to look at analytics. Then you can have a look at your pages to watch. What posts were popular on their page? Gives you some clues as to where to head yourself. Since July of last year, you can actually have a look on your events. You can put an event, like a lot of people put like a birthday party on there. Well, you can put an event like a workshop, and you can see how many clicks go over to it, what time your customers went there. Gives you clues. This is really important. Of any part of your page in the analytics, if you want to pay to play and do advertising, it's going to tell you who your audience is, how on track you are when it comes to your avatar, ideal customer. Have you got it right, or are you sending out a different message? It's going to show you what the age groups are. It's going to tell you whether they're male or female. This is gold, everybody, because then you can target your ads to be specific and save clicks per pay. So what are the top 5 that Census brought out? Of course, there's Facebook. What's Facebook good? Because there's a lot of people on it. Everybody you know, your mums, dads, friends, family, everybody's using Facebook. Again, if you're not doing the right thing with your posts, they're going to die at the keyboard, waiting for you to engage them. They're just going to cark it and be a skeleton. And that's not what you want. You want them to be engaged, clicking away, talking to you, asking questions, because that's when they get to know you, they get to like you, and then they buy from you. You want to build a community. Be human. There's no use being a brand and hiding behind it, because people want to know who you are. When you go and buy from your shop owner, quite often you'll go to the guy that's further away because he smiles. Or you might go to somewhere else because you like them. SEO. Facebook gives you SEO. You can get Googled if you use keywords in your posts. And it works for you 24/7 without you having to be there, if you do it right. Instagram. Why have I picked Instagram? It's the third one. I've skipped over LinkedIn because from my research, a lot of you aren't on LinkedIn. You should be. And Julie Mason, if you know the name, or if you don't, you should. She's a genius. She gets people and clients in through the door with her strategies. So if you don't know Julie Mason, look her up. She's money that you will actually make money on. And she taught me and introduced me to social media and helped me love it. So when you're on Instagram, pictures are the most important. Use your filters, use different angles. Make it intriguing, because that will get people interested. Use hashtags. People look in the search to see where the hashtags are to find you, and it opens your market up to new people. But only use 2 to 5, don't go overboard, it just looks spammy. Again, community. How can you expect people to talk to you if you don't click over to their page? So if they like your Instagram, spend 15 minutes a week picking the ones that are always commenting and say, hi, how are you? Thank you very much for your comment. Interact, engage. Don't be scared. They're people like you. You know, they still need to go to the toilet just like you do. There's no difference. We're still people. You can have special offers, gifts. So you can offer them something different that you would anywhere else. But don't overdo it, because people are very savvy, and if you do marketing stuff and salesy, they're going to unfollow you, and it's just not going to work the way you want it. And share Instagram with other links. That's why you'll see Twitter. A lot of people share Instagram on Twitter so they can broaden out their following. Google. Google is the biggest search engine in the world. You should not ignore it. What you may not know is when you have a Google Plus page, even if you do a post a week, that's all you need to do, it's immediately indexed. So even if your website is not on page 1, if you use the right keywords, you would be found on page 1 through your Google Plus. So if you've got a video, if you've got a picture, just post it once a week, use your keywords, don't make it look markety, just informing, and you can actually be found before your competitors who spend thousands of dollars on SEO. Good tip. So you're in a race, you're coming first, all because of a Google post without the dosh. Twitter. I love Twitter. It is my favourite social media platform. I love it because there's so many reasons, and I'll share them with you. But in real life, if we had somebody like us and come up and talk to us, we would run. But on Twitter, we get really excited. Oh my God, I've got a like. So you need to connect and communicate with people. Don't just like, don't just follow, comment. Click on a post maybe twice a week and say, hey, that was a good blog post. Or maybe you want to connect with somebody in business. On Twitter, what you may not know, 9 out of 10 look after their own Twitter page. So if you can't talk to a CEO in a business that you want to partner with, you can connect with him on Twitter because no one else manages it. So that's another tip. Spy on your competitors. If you know they're on Twitter, people are going to tweet about how much they like them, how much they hate them. They're going to talk about what they're up to. You might get some very valuable information, particularly if they're really big on social media. It can be some fantastic clues can happen for you just with a little bit of time. News. Everything comes on Twitter first, even before it gets on the news or on the radio. You can share it, again, with multiple platforms, and it's great for branding. People get to know you. Blogging. Now, this is something I really want to bring across to everybody here. With being in the children's side of things, blogging's really important. And you know why? Because contrary to what you may think, Roy Morgan, who does a lot of really big surveys, has said that pregnant women, 16%, are more likely in Australia, this is local, to comment on blogs, to follow blogs. That's 1 in 6 pregnant women. Don't discount dads. I was surprised to find that 9% of expectant dads will read blogs to get an idea on what they've got ahead of them. 12.4% between the ages of 0 and 5 are active on blogs. And I've met some through Aussie Blogger podcasts where they're bloggers, and they have some pretty interesting discussions, and they have a loyal fan base. You can develop that as well. You're not only just getting the wife who's a decision maker, but you might be able to get the wallet holder as well. Hot social media trends. What are they? Video will count for 80% of global internet traffic by 2019. This is by Cisco. They know their stuff. The statistics are, and Latrice touched on these, is that over 1 billion daily users. These aren't views, these are active people that are on YouTube using it. Whoops. Facebook, 8 billion video views per day. That's with Facebook Live, videos, that kind of thing. Snapchat, every week in a cafe I will see a teenage daughter teaching their mum how to use Snapchat. No joke, every week. It fascinates me. So it's not just young kids, and they're not far behind Facebook. This really surprised me. Messenger apps, what are they? If you've gone and downloaded Facebook Messenger on your phone and you talk to your mates and share photos, you're part of statistics. They're saying in 2020, 9.2 billion smartphone users, 6.1 billion are going to be using these messenger apps. Why? They want to connect, communicate, tell you what they like, tell you what they hate. If you don't tailor-make an app, that's where Facebook apps are going to get real important because they want your attention and they're going to use messenger apps to do it. 800 million Facebook users every month at the moment on these messenger apps, and it's only growing with time. Twitter, 100 million active users every day. So I hope I found some tips here that you can have some aha moments, that you got to understand some things, that you got some light bulb moments maybe. You can find me. I'm known at my office books pretty much anywhere. So if you look for that, you're going to find me on everything. But I'm focusing on my own personal brand. I'm not going to hide behind my name anymore. So you're welcome to follow me and you're welcome to communicate. If you've got a question, if you've got a concern, if something weird's happening, please share it with me. I'm more than happy to answer your questions and I might learn something new as well, which I love. Because I'm telling you, in social media, there is no such thing as an expert. It's a load of rot because it's always changing. You will never be an expert because it changes every week.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Amanda. Do I have ready?